Well, good afternoon, everybody, on a busy, beautiful spring day in London. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Piccadilly Circus. Now, I've never actually done a vlog on the area itself from Piccadilly Circus, and what's it all about? What is it? Why is it so important? What does it mean? What's here? And what's here for everyone? So, one of the busiest tourist destinations in the entire of central London, actually coining the phrase, it's like Piccadilly Circus around here, the English will say when they enter somewhere that's exceptionally crowded. I want to show you what it's like in the middle of the day, in the middle of May, but today what I want to do is bring you to some very unique spots. It covers the shopping district, the theatre district, the elegant Piccadilly, and amazing bars and restaurants. Let's break it down. Let's show you where you're going to visit when you come to central London. Hope you enjoy this one, ladies and gentlemen. Sinead here, by the way, with free tours by foot. Right, so Piccadilly Circus, ladies and gents, one of the major focal points, and we'll come back to it in a moment, is the Angel of Christian Charity, or the statue of Antiros, built to commemorate the 7th Earl of Shaftesbury. But first, let me show you where you are. You're right in the middle of the West End. So Piccadilly Circus is this major roundabout. Now Piccadilly gets its name from what was known as a Piccadilly. Now Robert Baker was a tailor in the area, and he was the one who designed those very fashionable white decorative lace collars that gentlemen used to wear in Elizabethan and particularly around Shakespearean times. Now mass production of those Piccadilles took place on this very street. Now this street is Piccadilly, but Robert Baker had a wonderful home he built from the profits of the popularity of his tailored Piccadilly, and his home was called Piccadilly Hall. So over the years it actually corrupted to Piccadilly, but originally the street was known as Portugal Street, and that was named after the Queen Consort of King Charles II, Lady Catherine of Braganza, who was Portuguese. So that's where we believe the origin of the term Piccadilly Hall, the home of the inventor of the Piccadilly, Robert Baker, originated from. But circus just means the Latin word circus, meaning circle, roundabout, or intersection area. Now, in order for me to get a better look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up on top here of the statue of Antiros, so I can show you around. Now, what makes it stand out are the digital screens here, folks, and they were first introduced in around 1910, and Coca-Cola has been advertising up there since the beginning. But one of the first advertisements was for Bovril, which is more like a beef-flavored tea. TDK Electronics had one up here for several years as well, but this is probably what makes it stand out, and it's the most iconic sign in central London. You'll have seen it used in several movies. Now, very rarely has it ever been blacked out, but it was shut down for the death of Lady Diana. The screens were blacked out, and it was blacked out during the Blitz as well. Let's tell you all about the 7th Earl of Shaftesbury. So he was a Victorian plumber and philanthropist, and he was most notable for his reform in child labour laws in this country and restricting the age of which children were allowed to work. But he also encouraged children to go to school. I mean, we all know in Dickens' times, of course, child labour was quite prominent here in London. So standing up now on the statue of Antiros, which, by the way, is said to be the Angel of Christian Charity and the Angel of Unrequited Love. It is said if you profess your love for your sweetheart underneath this statue on a moonlit night at midnight, it will be a love that'll last forever, so they say. It's also said that if you stand here for 7 minutes, you are bound to meet someone you know at some stage. So let's test that theory. We'll see how that goes. Now, up here is Shaftesbury Avenue, and one of the massive theatre districts here, and that's showing places like theatre shows like Les Mis, which is the longest running show in London. But right there in front of you is also the very famous Trocadero building, originally built as a French restaurant, actually, a very impressive restaurant it had to have been. The building itself houses one very unique restaurant, and that's where we're going to be headed next in just a moment. The London Pavilion was also a major theatre in there, but now it's more of a mixed-use building, and you have the Body Worlds Museum. Well, you did have on top for years, actually. You had oh, what was that? Ripley's, believe it or not, but they moved out of their location. But now it's a lot of souvenir stores, particularly in there. But it does also house a brand new hotel that was built in 2020, a 700-room hotel, the Zedwell Hotel. It's said to have a beautiful cocktail bar on top of it, according to Margaret. So that's worth a visit. But we're heading into that building in a moment because I want to bring you to a very unique cafe in the area. Now, straight down here as well is Leicester Square, folks. So Leicester Square, of course, if you have a flair for the theatrical side of London, street performers, the entertainers, it's home to the M&M store, it's also home to the Lego World store, statues of Charlie Chaplin in the area, William Shakespeare, and a statue particularly of the wonderful Mary Poppins, folks, and plenty of places to eat around here. Now, behind you here is this rather unique building as well. It's the Criterion building. And the Criterion houses now the Hard Rock Cafe and the Hard Rock Shop, and you'll just see the Graces, the daughters of the Greek god Helios, bunching out onto the streets of London. Now, very busy at night time. Over the years, it had a rather sordid reputation, particularly as well when Soho was known for its sex industry. But this area, particularly during World War II and visiting soldiers, Piccadilly would have been swarmed with a lot of ladies of the night, shall we say. I believe they were known as Piccadilly Commandos at one time. So it's always referred to as the Times Square of London. So it's kind of like the way I imagine Times Square was cleaned up as well over the years. Now it's the center for everything. Entertainment district, theater district, nightclubs, bars, shopping, food. Now, this area on the left of Piccadilly Circus is Regent Street, and that, of course, is the major shopping district here in London. And Regent Street was laid out by John Nash, which was the favorite architect, of course, of William IV, or George, my apologies, King George IV of England. Now, the beautiful classical buildings along here and the thoroughfare, you'll see, it's a wonderful, elegant shopping street, and it's got a lot of designer stores, the likes of Hugo Boss and Michael Kors is there, Veuve Clicquot. But as you're heading up there, of course, you head straight up towards Oxford Street. So you've got the shopping district on one side. You have Piccadilly on this side. You have, right down here is Regent Street, St. James. And just in the background, you'll see there the Victoria Tower. And there is the statue up on top of the Grand Old Duke of York, who had 10,000 men. And that's Glasshouse Street coming up here, you guys. And that will connect you then into Soho, which is a very funky neighborhood. Now, we have covered all of these neighborhoods on tours, ladies and gents, so don't forget that we'll put a link to all of these tours. We have our Soho, Piccadilly Circus and Chinatown tour, and we also the Rock and Roll tour. So you can head up into Soho that direction via Glasshouse Street. Now, I want to take you particularly first into one of the unique restaurants in the area. Next, we're heading in to this very building here, underneath the Trocadero building, right at the back, and right behind the London Pavilion. Stay tuned. And here it is, you guys, one of the more unique places right here on Shaftesbury Avenue, which is, of course, known as the Theatre District, showing some of the, well, sought-after plays at the moment. To Kill a Mockingbird is here, and 222 Aspects of Love. And, of course, Les Miserables, which is the longest running show in London. But we'll get back to the Theatre District. What I want to do right now is just take you inside this rather unique place. Now, this is ideal for families, ladies and gents, and it's an amazing experience down here, but I'll let the visuals speak for themselves. Let me take you in. Now, we'll have a little look inside the gift store in just a moment, but for right now, look at this very unique place. Now, they have given me access to the area, so they have turned off the music for us, just temporarily, so that we can have a quick look around. And this is the Jungle Cafe, one of the more unique places in the Piccadilly Circus area. right here on Shaftesbury Avenue. But look at this experience, how amazing for the kids. Now they turned off the music for me because I didn't want to get done with the copyright, so we won't be long. It's just a quick look around to give you an idea of what's on offer here. Now the menu is very family friendly. It's all chicken nuggets and chips and burgers and cocktails, but look at this unique bar. Isn't that gorgeous? It's kind of in a reptilian, almost like bar counter shape, which is pretty special. Now there are a couple of customers here, so I don't want to upset them. And they're going to put on the music in 2 seconds, but look at the canopy on top. I mean, quite literally, you could be in the Amazon jungle, my lovelies. Now, it's a great one for the kids. Look at the elephant. Oh, wow, even with movement. Do you hear all the fabulous noises in the background? I mean, it's such an incredible experience down here. You have got to bring the family here, folks. Now, as I said, the menu is kind of traditionally burgers and chips, and there's fish and chips, but there's... I'll have a look at it in just a second, but let me take you around here. I want you to meet a very special guy. Look at the parrot up here. How amazing. I mean, quite literally in one of the busiest parts of central London, you feel like you're in the Amazon rainforest. I really like this place. Definitely going to bring my nieces and nephews here when they come. And there's the parrots. Ooh, look at this guy here. But here's the icing on the cake. Look at this chap. Now it says, do not touch the gorilla. For some reason, I'm not inclined to touch it, but alas. So that is the Jungle Cafe here on Shaftesbury Avenue for a special treat for the familia. So here's just a quick look at the menu. So the standard chicken strips and garlic bread and cheese sticks, but look at those delicious nachos. They do have a kids menu, but he wouldn't show it to me at the moment because they're in the process of changing it up. But you have your chicken sandwiches and your steak sandwiches, bacon burgers, pulled pork, Caesar salad, Cobb salad, Greek salad. So pretty much something for everything. Apparently they highly recommended this porcini chicken, by the way. So I'll be bringing the little ones over when they come over in July. It sounds like I'm in the middle of a rainstorm, you guys. So we're coming back up the stairs, and I just want to show you some of the souvenirs that are on offer up here as well, for nice little souvenir gifts for the kiddies after their experience here in the Amazon rainforest. Your adventure begins here, it reads. But it just shows how beautiful that, and how much stuff has been, how much work has been put into this area. So, you know, your little monkeys. What have we got here? Monkeys, gorillas, hippopotamuses, elephants. Don't know what you call them, but anyway. Ooh, he's rather curious. And let's have a quick look over here. Your standard British Paddington bears, of course. Great little gifts for the kids. So we will put a link in the description to the actual website for the Jungle Cafe, and if you wanted to make reservations, etc., they have all their menus on the website. So just remember, they're updating the kids menu, but that will be available for you guys when you come to London. So that, woo, look at this little chap here. Hello, young man. See you later, alligator. We're on the move. Where to next? Let's see. Let's pop outside here. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that, I must admit. It brought out the big child in me. So let's have a little wander. And of course, another thing you can do around the Piccadilly Circus area, a bit towards Leicester Square, is visit the M&M store. Get your photos taken with your favorite M&Ms, and very busy place, but just be advised that inside this store you will be charged extortionate amounts for every flavored M&M, but still a very popular place, as you can see right here, right now. People taking their photos. Would you believe I've never actually been inside the store? And that's the bizarre thing, is Londoners tend to avoid this area, but it still doesn't stop tourists flocking here in their thousands and spending massive amounts of money on M&M's memorabilia. So melts in your mouth, not in your hands. So you can buy your standard packet ones, but you can also buy a pick and mix variety of M&M's goods, I believe, that are made in-house, and you can literally smell the chocolate as you're walking in here. So this is a place that you could visit with the family as well. Welcome to the massive building of the M&M store in London. That is in the Leicester Square part of town. Let's get back towards Piccadilly. Okay, just a short little hop, skip and a jump away. I'm now on Wardour Street in Soho. Now it's a little bit behind Piccadilly Circus, but nonetheless this is absolutely stunning inside, and I'm excited to show you how unique this is. Now this is Wardour Street in Soho, and it's a very short walk from the Jungle Cafe, but I know there are thousands of you Harry Potter fans out there. But this is the MinaLima store, and it's named after the two of the most talented graphic designers, Mirafora Mina and Eduardo Lima, of British descent, Mirafora, and of Brazilian descent, Eduardo Lima. But these guys were the actual graphic designers, ladies and gents, on both of the Harry Potter movies and the Fantastic Beasts movies. I'm going to show you. Look at this place, you guys. I mean, immediately you're struck by the gift and talent of these two graphic designers. I mean, look at their work here, the House of MinaLima. Now, they also were responsible for the books on the Harry Potter franchise. And here is one very special edition. And this is to show you can get the hardback cover here, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now, for all the Harry Potter enthusiasts, this is an absolute must when you visit London. And I mean, obviously everybody gravitates towards the Warner Brothers studio, but there's a lot of fantastic Beast props here as well. But look at their work. And quite interestingly, they work upstairs. Their studio is upstairs, and they still work together and work quite closely. So very successful partnership. So people inside here get super excited, but of course we know that Harry Potter fans are fanatics as well, of course. Look, complete with a little urn and the smoke coming out. Now, downstairs is probably, if I could describe to you the smells in here as well, there have some incense going on, but you can buy these posters here of the House of Drago. Here we have Gryffindor and Slytherin, Hufflepuff. Oh, these are gorgeous. You buy 2 for $15, Ravenclaw. So the ideal gifts, of course, for the Harry Potter fan in your family. But let me take you downstairs and I'll show you what's absolutely amazing down here. Now, this is to the vault of the Most Wanted. Even the actual steps on the way down have newspaper prints on them that would have been used in the original movie. So we're going to have a little look. There's the Quidditch World Cup. And by all accounts, most of any of the exhibits on display down here, not the original props, of course, but there are prints of the original designs that were used in the movie, and that's there. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. So these are, I believe, these are copies of the original prints that were actually moved in the used in the movies themselves, but the original props in the movies are here, behind these glass cases. Look. Now this one is actually really unique, and I have to show you this. So this is now, if you really want it spoiled, look at the original prop there, guys. Isn't that amazing? So this is a world. Well, it is a heaven for Harry Potter fans inside here. And there we have Marauder's map, signed by MinaLima. Okay, guys, so some fascinating information about this. I mean, this just shows you how gifted these artists are. MinaLima, they both actually hand-made these maps for the movie, and these books that were used as well in the movie, although they were never actually opened or used in the books, they still fill the books with print and writing inside there. So everything has been done by hand, and look How talented. Look at their identity cards. They even made themselves some little ID cards here. They're incredible, aren't they? So you guys, this is an absolutely amazing idea. So this was done by Mina herself, and these are the handwritten little cards she can customize especially for you. Now this is a rather exclusive gift, so it comes with a price tag of about 2,400, but you receive the box here as well, and you can have it customized and written and sent to your own address, or it can also be the Mr. Harry Potter address if you like. But this is kind of then a replica, the original that she would have done for the movies, which she all hand wrote herself for the movies. Hope you enjoyed that little foray in to the house of MinaLima. What an incredible place. So if you are enjoying the tour so far, go ahead and click that like and share button and help others discover this video. And for more virtual tours of London and beyond, consider subscribing to our channel. Be sure to visit our website to learn more about our in-person tours and London travel tips. We also offer live and virtual tours in cities throughout the world. You can help support this channel by donating through the thanks button or by buying your tour guide a pint or a cup of coffee. Links to do so are in the description below. Now back to the tour. So I came back to my original spot again, you guys, and I just wanted to show you this Lillywhite building. This Lillywhite building is 4 floors of sporting goods, you guys. I mean, it's an absolute incredible place to shop. Now, a lot of times I see my tourists get caught without jackets, or they need, particularly if it gets very cold, they need jackets or they need umbrellas, or when we were sleeping on the Mall, people needed sleeping bags. But the one thing that people are very interested in buying when they're in town is soccer jerseys. Soccer jerseys, I've noticed. Soccer in America, football over here. So you will buy 4 floors of discounted sporting goods, and they cover everything. All Liverpool jerseys, Chelsea, Man United, Celtic, England jerseys, and they're a discounted store. But it's named after a chap called Lillywhite, who originally, I believe his son was a member of the British cricket team, and that's why there is actually a little dedication to its past and its cricket history. Now that's Piccadilly Circus itself, but of course let's have a quick look down here at Piccadilly. Now I hope you enjoyed the Jungle Cafe. I thought that was quite unique, and the House of Miramino. What an amazing Harry Potter location. But next I want to see if I could get in to one of my favorite bookstores in London here on Piccadilly. Stay with me, we'll see what I can do. I'll have to charm my way in, you guys. But let's have a quick look down here. So folks, I wanted to take you through Hatchards of London. I mean, this stunning place. We're going to try and get a different picture of the facade. They're obviously doing extensive repair work on the building, as you can see. But this is the oldest bookstore in London. In fact, one of their very first customers was Queen Charlotte, who was the wife of King George III, and they are exceptionally proud of their royal affiliations, by the way. Over the years, they've had royal warrants sealed by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales, when she was the Princess of Wales, and His Majesty, His Royal Highness, the late Duke of Edinburgh. The selection of books inside there is phenomenal, and they pride themselves in 1797 this building opened, and what they pride themselves on is their ability to provide the newest of books, but they also have a selection of antiquarian books and stunning publications, and they're more than happy to let you leaf through them. So the library in there is just truly remarkable, but it's the interior is truly special and one of the nicest places to browse for your book selection here in London. So I'm in the centre of the road now on Piccadilly, and I'll make my way back towards Piccadilly Circus. But I mean, you don't have to visit the tourist trap sites, as you can very much see by today. There's a lot of lovely unique things to do in the area, and as you'll see, the British flag is well represented at the moment, and both here Piccadilly and also Oxford Street and Regent Street, and they've kept them up since the coronation of King Charles III. But of course, our next major royal event will be taking place, and that will be the Trooping the Colour, the first actual celebration of the King's birthday King Charles's birthday, the Trooping the Colour. So we will be filming that as well. And I don't know if I'll have to sleep down on the Mall for that one. I'll figure that out later. So let's head back towards Piccadilly Circus. So let's just show you the atmosphere around here. And that is our vlog on Piccadilly Circus. Let's just see a couple of other features along the way. I just want to show you the horses of Helios attached here to the Hard Rock Cafe. But of course, the massive tourist areas attract the big Burger Kings, the Planet Hollywoods, the Hard Rock Cafes, the Angus Steakhouses. So you're not short on places to eat around here. And just a little further down here in Leicester Square is another booth called TKTS. And that does excellent discounted theatre tickets. But another thing you can do is just wander around and enjoy all the many buskers in Piccadilly Circus. You have the moving statues down here, of course, and you also have beatboxers, usually an Ed Sheeran impersonator. And here you have the incredible statues of the horses of Helios. So food, entertainment, theatre, pubs, clubs, nightclubs, Soho. They're the daughters of the Greek god Helios, all for your entertainment and enjoyment. But I will show you one other place. Let me take you to my favourite Irish pub in this area. And that's something I haven't done before either. I haven't shown you Irish pubs in London. And I have one automatically going to bring you into right now. But I also want to bring you one into my neighbourhood. So a future video coming up will be Wimbledon, but I'll also be bringing you down to see my favourite Irish pub in London. But right now, let's head in to Waxy O'Connor's and finish up this little vlog on Piccadilly Circus. So as you're walking along Leicester Square, if you just take a left there at the Book of Mormon, you come right in the centre here to, well, they're hidden. Now, not a place I'd come on St. Patrick's Day, it gets too busy, but let me show you inside the beautiful Waxy O'Connor's in London. The only pub with a full-grown tree inside it, you guys. Look at this. Isn't the decor amazing? It's almost like a church as well, which I really like about it. It's the main bar as you walk in. Look at the beautiful panels on the ceiling. So if you're like us Irish, I mean, you want to get your fix of really good Guinness, this is where you come to Waxy O'Connor's, right in the centre of Piccadilly Circus in Leicester Square. It's great for all the big sporting events as well, like football and soccer. I always come in here when Ireland are playing in the European Championships and the World Cup, which doesn't happen that often, but we do try. Plenty of room, as you can see. Isn't it amazing? There you go, ladies and gents. So time for me to have a nice gin and tonic. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Piccadilly Circus and Waxy O'Connor's.